So, I'm finally here at long last to bring you the worst movie that I own. A movie so bad that Wikipedia and the Internet Movie Database wouldn't touch it with a 10-meter cattle prod. And that movie is Heavy Metal Massacre. The movie was made in the late 1980s to catch the same audiences that liked such films as Hard Rock Zombies, Rock and Roll Nightmare, or even the most known of that genre, Trick or Treat with Gene Simmons and Ozzy Osbourne. But out of all those movies, this one is at the bottom of the list, folks. It is the dried out placenta of this subgenre. Heavy Metal Massacre was made in 1989 and was filmed all around Providence, Rhode Island for a whopping $20,000. And the few of you who have seen this movie are kind of wondering, where did the other $19,900 go? And really the only answer I have to that one is pure uncut cocaine. This was the first movie by David DeFalco, who not only directed it, he produced it, did the set design, the wardrobe, and was kind enough to make him the star of the film by using the alias of Bobby Young. Heavy Metal Massacre, in part, was a vanity project by DeFalco, because the first 6 minutes of this movie are film shots of him brooding in his metal room, brooding at a bar, I'm always thinking of you. I'm always thinking. Then we get a bunch of still shots of him looking metal. And when I say looking metal, I mean you get him in his giant girlish hair, you get him with his mascara and pink lipstick on, and with that you get his mannish body that is equal enough to an egg noodle that would have Melvin Junko saying that he needs to add some meat on his bones. After all that backstory, what the hell is this movie about? Well, Bobby plays a coke-snorting psycho, simply billed as the killer. The killer lures women to his warehouse-sized apartment with promises of drugs and sexual awesomeness. He then proceeds to eventually torture and murder them. His first victim gets killed after Bobby gives her $20 for him to be able to chain her to a pallet for what she thinks is some good S&M fun. And then proceeds to attempt to start to torture her, which, as you can see in this video, it looks like he's just pulling a string out of her mouth. After all that, he gets an obviously fake sledgehammer and, I believe, sledges her in the stomach. It looks terrible. There are other shitty kills in this movie, such as a greaser gets his stomach gets chainsawed open. There's another girl that gets back to his apartment and gets her head knocked off by that same sledgehammer, but not before Bobby ties her to a chair and puts a big blanket over her. And the only reason I could think that he does that is because they cop out of it from doing a real special effect. I guess they couldn't get a mannequin and knock its head off or something. I guess that was too fucking abstract for their movie to go. And with all these